Welcome.
There was a time when I tried to compete with Crash and Zzap. With Splash and Crack. Splash and Crack, Crash and Zzap. I guess it works. Me and a few friends put this together every week. I don't know, month? Yep, this is celebrating the 10th issue. And I would stand outside Kew Gardens in West London with my friend Matty Fractic, and we would sell these for, 20p. Yeah. However, we gave all proceeds to charity, and I think we drew all of this on Mac Paint. It's fab because I say so. So I guess this is just Splash. Splash has arrived by first class mail. That was actually a stamp that was in my dad's office. I just loved putting it on things. Splash comic, copyright reserved 1985, issue 10, Project 2000 so that's C. Simpson guy again. Out to get groinks in hot pursuit, underlined. These are groinks. Ouch. That got him. Arg. Alien captured. Oh, so he's picked him up with his little grabber arm. Tune in next week to find out what the Project 2000 mission briefing, telling them what they must do next. Now, I don't know if there was an issue 11, so we may never find out what happened next, or before. And of course, here is Dubry having fun, joining in with what's going on. That still tickles me even today. He's joining in with what's going on up there. Mission beefing. There it is. Probably an impossible burger. And this is a binding machine that my mum had in her office. I think she still has it, and you used to put the binding in and then pull this big crank, and it would kind of pull all that around. Oh, and it would also cut the holes in it as well with another crank. That was a bit cranky, I think, that day. Anyway, so we've got a full intro here. In this issue of Splash, we will be going potty. Now, in America, I've since learned that we will be going potty means that you will be going to the toilet. We will have a new artist joining and doing new regular comic strips called The Ums and Dreamland. And not only do we have Dubry at the bottom of each page, there he is, a new computerized title for Splash and Crack, and one just for Splash, why not? This printing machine for words, and the fact that we are doing all of this for charity, and have raised over £100, but we have a copyright and adverts to try and beat our rival comic, Crack. The terms have changed so much these days, I can't say anything on here. Fun story, this was done on my mum's Olivetti electronic typewriter. I found that this Christmas, along with finding this, because my mum's moving out of our family home, which we had for nearly 30 years. And I turned on the Olivetti and it doesn't work anymore. So in a future episode, I'm going to be shipping it over and trying to repair the Olivetti electronic typewriter. By the way, if you have bought this comic, please, times 100, write to us and tell us your views. I don't think we ever got any letters. We've got some puzzles. Now, this ain't my handwriting, so I think this is Matty Fractic's. If it's not, I'll put a little correction in the title down below it. Oh, right, good. What animal eats the least? A moth. It eats holes. Say it with flowers. Give her... Oh, this is Ed's page. Oh dear, the Ed has measles. Dear Mr. X, thank you for your very send letter that you sent to us last week. We thank you very much for your generous offer of 2p towards Save the Child's Fund. We hope you enjoy the fusher issues of Splat and Crookle, and we will be very pleased to put your poem you send it to us in the back page for adulteries. Yours crappingly, Johnny, oh God, look what tears him out. Johnny Ross, by the way, if you're an American, Jonathan Ross is a British Jimmy Fallon. Ooh, revelation. This is a letter done by the secretary whom Crack fired last Monday. I thought I didn't get any real letters. And we're back with Splash and Crack. And it is the Clippies. Clippy has a Sherlock Bones book. Gah! Oh, the end has been torn out. Now he'll never know who done it. Fortunately, it's on TV tonight. It was. I know what I'll do. Go to the shop and go and get myself a video to watch. I think just there, the video shop being Blockbusters and having closed down yesterday would have been a more fitting end, at least in our day and age. Maybe I was waiting to write that, that's why I didn't put it there. Computer review by, how's that guy? Paradroid. Oh, listen, now we're getting into the good stuff. So that Paradroid was £7.95 back in the day. Paranoid Paradroid. This game is brill. The graphics are dead smart and look like they are real. Go around the ship Paradroid and shoot the robots of all shapes and sizes. If you're lucky enough to come across a robot below the robot numbers 300, then you can try and take it over by a race game inside the robot circuits. When you do this, you then become that robot. When you have cleared one deck of robots, then you need not worry because there are dozens more left. Yay! And I would give these kind of ratings like Zzap and Crash. Presentation 100, graphics 98, sound 100, hookability 99. Overall, wait. I guess I just rounded up. That's fair. Gold medallion. Top 10 that week were Paradroid Elite, Nodes of Yesod, Drop Zone, Hypersports, Thing on a Spring, Grog's Revenge. The only one I don't remember is Grog's Revenge and Hypersports, but I loved all of these. And number 10, Spy Hunter. I played that over and over with my friend Jamie Fractic until probably we wore the tape out. Good times. So we had Splash and Crack on the cover. Splash started there, and then Crack started here. So it is 2 magazines in one. Space Mission 2000, the ongoing adventure. The space missioners are going to meet Zip and Zap on Frag. They have a perfect launch. They probably had a nice lunch too. The space mission craft has been hit by a funny flying object. What will happen next? Will they get to Frag? Tune in next week to find out what happens next week. How can you tune in? This is not a TV show. Oh? The robots. Robert is going to the robotic hospital to give some oil. Good morning. Oh, you have a rare oil type X, prick. Oh, it's just I thought it was being rude. Goodbye, Doc. Wait, I haven't finished. Robert is now giving some oil. Phew, at least I've got out of that place. I won't give any more oil again. Just a few. Help! Robert smashed up. Oh no. You are okay now, but you lost a lot of oil and you have a very rare type X. I don't think we have any in reserve. I'll just have a look. Great, I've got good news for you, Robert. I've got 1 can left. That is really funny. Oh yeah, that was done by Matty Fractic. That is really funny. So he gave his oil, and then he ended up getting his oil back again. So we've got some classic magazines here by Jonathan Ross again, allegedly. Number 1, Computer Mag. What else could it be for this episode? Zzap 64. Then, of course, Crash, followed by Your 64, Commodore User, Your Commodore, CNVG, Sinclair User, Computer World, Software Guide, and Big K. I don't remember that. And comics, of course, some classics there. One of my personal favourites, Barbie. We put ourselves as number 6, the best of Crack's jokes. Once upon a time, there were 2 ghosts who got married. 9 months later, they produced a handkerchief. Islam Club? Why is... Oh, it's just a Slim Club. In, out. I will subscribe to Very Fractals Retro Recipes. Crack have had many letters written in by Mrs. J. Mr. Deacon, Mrs. It's basically just relatives. Save the Children, Oxfam and Christian Aid. I guess they probably did send us receipts and a thank you letter. Dewberry, which is drawn by Christian Simpson, has just joined us, and now Dewberry is at the bottom of each page, making his funny remarks and falling through holes at the bottom of the page. There he goes again. Who put that hole there? Help! Look on second to last page. We will in just a minute. Oh, keeping you in suspense here. And we had a maze, the maze craze. I don't think we'll do that right now, but if you want to do it, feel free to send in your screenshots using a Google Photos link or something.
Take screenshot now.
Cracks Fab competition, because we're giving away free Night Law game gold medal. Wow, Night Law. We did have this game, or Matty Fractic did, for the ZX Spectrum, BBC Micro Model B, and Commodore Business Machine 64. Hi fans, just look at that Night Law offer, isn't it great? What fans? And a little contest, when did the QL come out? That's the Sinclair Spectrum QL. If you know the answer, I can give you a hint, pop it in the comments below. You won't win anything. Now of course Splash and Crack included Liftoff, and here it is now. Definitely a sort of Oliver Frey inspired artwork there, which in turn is inspired by the game Elite. And next we have Bigfoot. I can't remember who this is by, but if I remember, I'll put it right here. Oh, yeah, that's right. Bigfoot was in his new home. Biggie went in the lounge, then the dining room, and then upstairs. 4 mice. Hope this trap works, then I can stop writing this silly cartoon. Biggie saw a large wardrobe, so he went inside it. Wow! He went in and found himself in a computer game. He was in Way of the Exploding Fist. Help, it's erupting.
I'm bored.
What will happen? Will he get kicked to bits, fried, or eaten? Will he buy a new game? Find out next issue. I don't know if we ever find out what happened next to Bigfoot, or why he's got one Bigfoot. A little story. How boring. Little, it's a big little. Tss. Hi, Fred. One day Fred was walking through an arcade parade when he entered an arcade machine. Is that a Z80A? That's a Zilog Z80A. Well done, whoever did this. He was sucked into the game. Oh no, let's get him. Fred went tumbling into a huge mountain with many aliens behind him. Will he survive? Find out next issue. I know, it's a long time. Tips. Today we thought that instead of review a game, we would give a few tips on computer games. We will now start with the BBC Computer. Elite, well, you guys can use these. Elite, even though this is quite old, I thought that I would give you a few... Yeah, it's really old now. I thought I'd give you a few tips on this. After you've got into the game and have got enough money to buy extra beam lasers, then go ahead to the nearest space station, buy some lasers. Once you have bought your lasers, make sure that you buy them on the left or right, or put them on the left or right side, and buy them again on the same side you bought the previous pair. And you should come up with a message. Square laser present? If you keep on doing this, then you will see that your credits go up. This will only work on the old version without the asteroids, sorry. Well, that, I must admit, is an oldie. Ooh, big deal. I will kill him. Part 2. Aha, boom. And then he says, shit. The Clippies, what's going on here? This is my dad's rover. The Clippies in Kew. So this is our local village. They're going into Kew Gardens. This is Unicorn Gate. Funny story, by the way. I went to a school called Unicorn School up until I was 11 or 12. I shared a class with Kate Beckinsale, who you'll know as, I think she's an actress now or something. Anyway, just kidding. But the school was called Unicorn School because it was right opposite Unicorn Gate, it still is, of Kew Gardens, and Unicorn Gate had a unicorn over it. But nowadays, people ask what school I went to, and I say unicorn. they think I'm making up a mythical school. Oh, I went to Unicorn. My dog can do maths. I ask him what's 10 minus 10. He'll say nothing. Hey, now do you recognize this?
We know who Charles Dickens is.
Cave cavities. Davy is cold. His electric fire is broken. All his friends are not alive yet, so he can't borrow one. Me invent fire. Rub, rub, rub. What a bright spark. All his friends are not alive yet. Oh. Chopperlots by Catty Fractic. Meet the Chopperlots, a family of friendly helicopter-like people. Look out! Whoosh. Oh no! Yow! Aerial view. Oh no, whoops. We'll pay for you to go away. Cave cavities. Man is born. He finds home and clothes, and he makes friends. Sometimes, ooh! Wig. He's got a wig. Why has he got a wig? He's a caveman. Oh, he invents a wheel. He uses it as a pogo stick. When will he learn? Adverts. Wow, so that's cool. We've got Star Force by Grandstand. Did you have Star Force by Grandstand? And this got a Sizzler award, just like Zzap Sizzlers. And a Roberts Walkman. I had one of these Roberts Walkmans. Yeah, this is a great resource for me to remember the things I owned as a kid. Auto replay, auto rewind. That was a really good Walkman if I remember rightly. So he goes inside another game. He's in Jet Set Willy. Die immortal. And then he goes to heaven. Oh. So I have a confession to make. When I was a kid, I couldn't say Christian, which some people believe is my real name, and I would say Katintin, and so my sisters nicknamed me Tin. To be fair, I was 15 at the time, but anyway, hi, I'm Tim Tin. Ever since Heinz invented you know what, I've been full of beans. One day, hi fans, Coke is bad. God. Oh, there it is. Splash and crack.